Hey guys, Avers here and welcome back to my channel. I want to say welcome to law school. First and foremost, I want to congratulate all of you guys who managed to get a secure place for your application on UP Online. I also want to congratulate for those who managed to do or get their penerapan into uitm law school as well. I want to congratulate for those who managed to get degree in law and enter into law school as well. So congrats, give yourself a pat on your back, and that is something that's really awesome. So very well done, guys. There are certain things that I want to address, and that is concerning law school. There are certain things that I want to give you guys, or I want to tell you guys before what you are about to anticipate, what you are going to reasonably foresee when you enter into law school. For the past few days or the past week, we've heard several news regarding some uitm students who is currently experiencing or enduring from mental pain and affliction. I just want to say my deepest condolences to the families affected, to those who are going through this difficult battle. What I want to say is that even though I'm not there, I'm not experiencing any of these things, but I just want to share my sympathy. I want to share that feeling, that empathy with all of those people that's feeling that way. Even though I'm not feeling it, but I just want to be in those shoes. I just want to be there for those people, even though I don't have the means or the necessary ways actually be physically close to those people. So a big heart to all of those people affected and currently experiencing these problems. I really hope that one day you guys are able to overcome these problems. Personally, I do have my own stress or my own weaknesses and fragility, but I guess that everyone has their own ways of tackling these problems. Moving on, yes, that actually constitutes one of the main things I want to talk in this video. And yeah, there are actually 3 things that I want to tell you guys before you guys enter into law school, and that again, it is regarding, number 1 is getting mentally stressed out or depressed. This is something really common. This is something that is unavoidable. It's inevitable when you enter into law school, or even just perhaps any other courses or subjects in your university or tertiary education. We will always feel that sort of emotional tendency or problems within us. As humans, we are definitely going to feel those surges or mixture of fusion of emotions and feelings. So yeah, this is due to because there are so many loads and laden tasks and assignments at hand. We have to submit it in a very short period of time. This is complemented by that we don't really understand the things that we're being taught online through ODL, because learning something requires physical interaction and communication as well. For most students, it's really hard for them to cope and understand what's being taught online on ODL. Definitely have to rely on the lecture slides and other resources that's really hard to track and find online, or even have to text or message their friends, or even have a short call regarding assignments or other related tasks. Again, I'm not sure if this is relatable to everyone, but personally for me, I feel so afflicted. I feel really devastated by my carry marks. I feel really bad about it. And every day I think to myself, how am I supposed to solve and overcome these carry mark problems? How am I supposed to maintain a really good CGPA? These really bad CGPA has a really deep toll on my own mental health as well. Yeah, I really want to share this predicament with everyone else. For those who's having really a bad time understanding what's being taught, the stress of so many assignments and our academic achievements as well. So number 2 is something related to financial means, or in simple terms, broke. Yes, broke. As students in tertiary education, especially in law school, we are going to get broke, alright? Many students will resort to getting loans, some get scholarships, some are lucky enough to be from affluent families, some are less unfortunate. But overall, I think every strata of students will eventually and obviously feel that broke period in their lives. When we are broke, we're going to have a hard time buying food and all the necessities and studying. Books in law school, they're super expensive. They exceed 3 digits. Some exceed 100 ringgit, 200 ringgit. There's even 500 ringgit for a single book. Your university is in the urban areas. It's going to be there's going to be high standard of living. The cost of living is really high. We as law students and other students in tertiary education, we have to divide and think about the cost of living inclusively, not just food, but our accommodation, the rent for our accommodation, the fuel, the petroleum for our transportation, and it just adds more of the mental problems, the issues that we really already have. I'm broke right now, and many other students are broke. It's a miracle that some universities have decreased their academic fees as well. And lastly is that I think it's because we have so many other commitments. It's not just that in law school or university we are only confined or restricted to the things that we're doing in our faculty, but many other students have other commitments in their lives. Perhaps kadang-kadang maybe ada student yang mereka kena jaga adik-adik mereka kena jaga parents diorang, maybe family diorang ada yang sakit, mereka ada kena jaga mereka dekat kampung, dekat rumah, maybe diorang ada atuk nenek. Every student have their own peculiarities, every student has their own situation and stories to tell, has their own background, so it's not fair to assume and apply every circumstances to all students, because again, ada student yang kena jaga family diorang, there are students because of them being broke, they have to make ends meet, they have to generate income and money to sustain themselves and their families. Ada student yang kena cari kerja, kena cari side income to sara keluarga diorang, kena cari dana untuk tampung yuran pengajian. Ada student yang kena cari kerja, ada student yang cari part time at the same time masih diorang tengah belajar. It's really hard to balance between first submitting your assignments, secondly finding ways to generate income, and now they have other commitments. Overall, I think the most important thing that we all have to consider and think about when studying law is that I think there are three main things. Is that firstly, again, number one, I think we have to acknowledge these problems. We have to identify and live with these problems, because problems will always arise and it's going to happen unless we take action about it. I'm not going to attempt to give a very thorough advice, but overall, I just want to say is that these problems exist and we have to acknowledge them. Secondly, what I think we can do about this is that we have to find ways to overcome it and constantly tell ourselves in front of the mirror that every single day is going to be a better day. There's always going to be light, and there's going to be a beacon shining from the door, from the path, and say to ourselves and reassure that ourselves that we have so many talents, we have so many capabilities. Remind ourselves that we deserve better in the future. We have something in store for us that we can contribute and bring about in the future and to society at large. And lastly, number three, I think the best thing that we could do at the moment is that spread love, support other people, take into consideration and have empathy and sympathy for other people in this dire time. Because as humans, we live in a large society. We are dependent on each other. We don't live in this world by our own self. Since the test of time, since the early civilizations, humanity has been working together to build great wonders, invent new innovations and creativity. And I think that's really important in this world that we live in. I do acknowledge and understand that some people are a little bit shy and introvert when it comes to talking and interacting with people. And personally, that is me. I am that kind of person, and I think the majority of people feel the same way about being shy and about having doubts about trusting other people and communicating. But again, I think this is something that we can develop and train. This is really important for networking in the future. Again, in workplace and employments, it is important and imperative for us to build connections and have communications and interactions and to assist each other. And that is all that I want to say in this video. I want to say, again, congratulations for those who managed to get law school, either in foundation, diploma, or degree. My heartfelt condolences to all the families and people affected by this pandemic and those currently struggling and coping with studying law. I want to share those sentiments with you guys really deeply from the bottom of my heart. And I really genuinely and honestly believe that there is going to be a brighter future for everyone. There is always going to be a spot for everyone in the future for them to shine and just continuously develop and improve and enhance themselves for the better good and cause. Till next time, see you then. And stay classy, stay healthy, and have a fantastic day ahead of you.